One of the reasons why I love DALL-E 3 so much is that it allows real estate agents to take their personal branding into their own hands. And it's no longer a situation that you need a huge marketing budget or even a huge marketing team behind you in order to have personal branding as a real estate agent that's authentic and that connects with your audience. So, what I'm going to do today is in about 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to use DALL-E 3 to create some digital assets for your real estate brand that are relevant to where you do business and some of the things that you're interested in as a real estate agent. So to get started, what you need to do is open up a new conversation window in ChatGPT. Just go to chat.openai.com, click new chat. This will start a new conversation. You'll see this screen refresh here in the center of the screen, and then hover over GPT-4, come down to DALL-E 3, make sure there's a blue check mark next to DALL-E 3, click that, and now you're ready to go. DALL-E 3's engine is loaded behind this conversation window now, and anything that you start typing into this prompt box down below, DALL-E 3 is going to take as input and try to create an image with it. So in order to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to create some icons, and these icons can be used for anything. They can be used for any print marketing materials. They can be used digitally on your website. And they could also be used, in this case, what I'm going to try to do is create some icons for an Instagram story highlight cover. So if you don't know what that is, I'm going to show you some of the power of DALL-E 3 right now in ChatGPT. I'm going to close this little image of me first. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask ChatGPT. This is an example of how powerful this tool is. We're going to say in Instagram, there are little circles where you can pin photos to that are covers for photo albums. Are you familiar? So for the longest time, I was wondering and trying to figure out how the heck people were creating these covers for their Instagram stories on their Instagram profiles. And, I eventually caught up to speed. But if you see something out there in the world that you want to create for yourself, go to ChatGPT, go to DALL-E 3 and ask the system the question. In Instagram, there are little circles where you can pin photos to that are covers for photo albums. Are you familiar? And it says, yes, I'm familiar with that feature on Instagram. These are often referred to as highlights, and they allow users to group stories together in a themed album with a circular user profile. These covers can be customized with images to represent the content of the highlights album visually. So that's what we're going to try to create some icons for right now. And the first prompt that I'm going to use, this is just a sample prompt that I kind of threw together. You don't have to be perfect at this in order to get some good results. And I'm going to be the perfect example of that right now. So I'm just going to bluntly say, hand-drawn burgundy icon set for a real estate website, for a real estate agent in Asheville, North Carolina, where breweries, mountains, hiking, trails, cuisine, recreation, rivers, and plants are a theme. Okay, this is just the vision of what I want my brand to look like, what I want the vibe to be. So I'm going to click enter here, and let's see what DALL-E 3 comes up with. One of the beauties of this tool is that it's the best at being creative. It thrives in creativity. So if you need a brainstorming partner, a creative partner in your business, if you feel like you just don't have any creative bone in your body, go to DALL-E 3, tell it kind of the outline of what you want, and let DALL-E 3 come up with some examples. I think this is such a powerful tool for agents that need a little bit of extra help in creating their personal brand. So let's click this first example here. DALL-E 3 came up with two options. Let's look at the first one. So we have some really simple icons. This is exactly what I was looking for. We have an image of a house. We have an image of a mountain. We have an image of a boot. We have an image of, I'm not really sure what that is. We have an image of beer with a little tree in the background. This looks like some food over here. Maybe that's a menu with a fork and a knife next to it. We have some people kayaking or canoeing, and then we have this circular image with mountains and some water moving in front, which I think I like that one better than the one on top. And then we have some leaves. So evocative of nature, mountains, hiking, beer, food, real estate with the house. This is a really good first pass, a first rough draft of an icon set that we could use on our highlight covers. Or we could even just take this and create a cool little infographic for people that are coming to the area and or coming to my town, and I could list a couple of cool things to do for each one of these icons. So let's look at the next one. First pass, really good job. Again, these look a little bit more detailed, which I kind of like. One of the things that is important to note about the Instagram highlight covers is that you don't always see all the details. So this previous version with the simplicity of these lines, it's going to look really small on the phone, and it might not matter that there's not a whole lot of detail here. Again, we have a house, we have a road or a trail leading up to a mountain. We have another house that's a little bit more circular in terms of the way that it's presented. I kind of like that better for the highlight reel. We also have two options for boots. We have beer, we have a plate with some food on it, we have a plant and a leaf. So overall, we have a really good sampling of things that we could use, not just for the website, but for any sort of little print collateral that we're putting together. If we just need a quick logo for a flyer, this is a really good way to create unique iconography for your brand. You're not going to clip art, you're not searching Google Images for things that fit your brand. Here, you're actually playing an active role in creating it. And that's one of the things that I love about DALL-E 3. So that's one example. Let's see if we can't come up with another example. I think that example went really well. We kind of saw how powerful DALL-E 3 was when we provided a direction for a color, when we provided a list. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to come up with a different idea that's a little bit more masculine too. So let's try to see if we can come up with something that's less masculine, maybe kind of evokes something else. So here I'm going to say, again, we don't have to be perfect, and we don't always have to do the same thing we did last time. So I'm going to say, help me create an icon set for my real estate brand. You can say, I want it to feel flowery. I want it to feel organic and comfortable. And what's so amazing is, like, what is comfortable? What does it mean to feel comfortable when you're talking about an icon set? Well, we'll find out. We'll see what ChatGPT or DALL-E 3 does. So icon set for a realtor who specializes in farms, homesteads, and organic farming properties. It's kind of redundant there. And let's also say, as well as horse. And we haven't given any direction on color, so we're leaving that open to DALL-E 3. I think that's totally okay. Like, if you're just trying to come up with some brainstorming things, some ideas, this might be the right approach to take. So it's impossible to break it. So let's see what happens when we press enter and let DALL-E 3 do its magic. There's really no right or wrong way to go about asking DALL-E 3 to help you create visuals for your personal branding. And oftentimes my experience has been the more detailed you are with your inputs, the more detailed you are with your lists, the better. And in a second here, I'm going to explain one of the major differences between the prompt that I just created and the very first prompt, because there was a pretty significant difference. But let's go ahead and click into here. Let's come up with some options. So this is amazing. This is really, really amazing. I'm pretty shocked with the quality of this result here. So we have 4 different icons that DALL-E 3 has created for this realtor who specializes in farms, homesteads, organic farming, and horse properties. We have this. I mean, these are professional looking graphics here. I would literally not be able to tell you that this was created by DALL-E 3 or a graphic designer. So we have this flowery, or all of these organic tones. We have the beige, we have the dark green, we have browns. We even have this, like, kind of this dark blue or dark green here. So it looks very natural, very comfortable. Dare I say inviting as well. I mean, it's very appealing. So I think that this was a great first draft. And if any of you want this image, let me know. I'll send it to you. Here's another one. Okay, this one has a little bit of a different vibe. This one, the lines are a little bit thicker, but again, we have farms, homesteads, organic farming, and horse properties. So it was interesting here that the difference between these 2 prompts is that in this prompt, what we did was we told it who we were, we told it the colors that we wanted, and we provided DALL-E 3 with a list of items, essentially, a list of concepts, items, a list of experiences that we wanted to create. And the second example, what we did was we didn't list anything about our lifestyle. Rather, we listed the types of properties and the types of clients that we're interested in working with. And maybe that evokes lifestyle, but it also evokes a little bit more about specific real estate specific activities, in my view. I think that either approach is fine. Either approach is clearly more than possible to achieve with DALL-E 3. And in fact, you might actually explore using a combination of the two approaches to get to the final result that you want. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you have a little bit of inspiration to go on and do this with your own personal branding. If you have any questions, let me know. All the links for this video and additional information is in the description. If there's anything I can do to be helpful with you and your business, just let me know.